This is the kind of life everyone dreams of. The two brothers bought an abandoned, old silo in the countryside and, after 2.5 years of self-directed design and renovation, turned it into a warm and cozy dream home. Recently, they completed the repair of the silo's exterior walls. Early this morning, their father, Worzalla, came to visit his sons. Seeing how hard they had been working for this home, he was deeply moved and immediately decided to join in the cleanup efforts. Luckily, they were both former Blue Sky University alumni, so operating an excavator was second nature to them. In no time, they leveled the dirt mound in front of the house. To beautify the surrounding area, they used the leftover dirt and stones to build a small stone bridge, planning to plant flowers and plants later on to turn the place into a charming little garden. In the following days, the brothers repaired the silo's sidewall and gradually improved the surrounding environment. After completing the repair of the exterior walls, they returned home and began working on the design and renovation of the roof. After designing the framework structure using 3D modeling, they prepared all the necessary materials according to the printed blueprints. Thanks to their father being a forest boss, the materials were quickly gathered. They then began cutting the wood with various tools to create the classic mortise and tenon structure, connecting the pieces of wood using mortise slots and tenon pegs. The roof design was an octagonal structure. To ensure there were no issues with the roof, they first assembled it to check for accuracy, and once confirmed, they began the formal roof construction. For easier construction and future maintenance, they first used wooden beams at the top of the silo to provide support, ensuring the planks could be tightly connected to form a solid platform. Even late into the night, they didn't stop working. Using a lift, they transported the assembled roof components to the top of the silo and began installing them in the planned order. Their friends also showed up and joined in this great project. With everyone's combined efforts, the base of the roof was finally completed. The next day, the Worzalla brothers continued building the roof frame. Thanks to the pre-made materials, the installation went smoothly. They connected the roof components one by one according to the blueprints, using wooden boxes and long nails to reinforce the connections. To ensure stability, they reinforced the roof base with rebar, and they managed to complete the roof frame installation just before nightfall. Next, they began laying the roof. First, they installed a layer of wooden planks, followed by an insulation board, and then covered it with a layer of color-coded steel tiles. The perfect mortise and tenon roof was now complete. To further secure the roof, they added shoe brackets at the joints to ensure the roof structure was stable and durable. After finishing the roof, the brothers continued designing and constructing other parts of the house. They continued with their familiar methods, preparing the materials according to the blueprints and starting to build new structures. On both sides of the entrance, they installed 2 load-bearing columns, connecting them with crossbeams. Next, they set up the crossbeam framework, inserting the wooden beams into the silo's walls, with the other ends connecting to the columns and beams. They then laid wooden planks as a foundation. The waterproofing of the roof was also completed, with the color-coded steel tiles used again to ensure no water would seep into the house. After completing these tasks, Worzalla continued refining the ceiling on the top floor. Since the materials were already prepared, the work progressed very quickly. Considering the particularly cold winters in Russia, an extra layer of wood was added. As the snow fell outside, the house remained warm like spring inside, as the roof had already been installed a month earlier, and the cold weather outside no longer affected their work. To increase natural light indoors, Worzalla cut a translucent skylight into the floor, planning to install tempered glass. This would both beautify the space and make the interior brighter. Considering that moving between floors was inconvenient, he then installed a staircase. Once the staircase was finished, they began building the wooden platform frame on the second floor. With their experience from building the top floor platform, and with plenty of tools and materials, constructing the second floor frame became much easier. The second floor was designed with an external floor-to-ceiling window balcony. After successfully completing the platform, they began installing the balcony frame. The brothers worked in perfect harmony and quickly completed the construction of the second floor balcony frame. At this point, the custom windows arrived on time. The brothers quickly installed them, especially the windows for the attic, and they even left a window space on the third floor to increase natural light. After the windows were installed, the house's appearance instantly improved. Finally, they installed the front door, and the exterior walls were covered with weatherproof and waterproof wooden boards. The entire silo renovation project was now complete. If this little house were offered to you for free, plus an additional $1 million, would you want to move in?